Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Today's project is this teeny tiny little box. It measures 1.5 inches cubed, and when you take the lid off, the sides can come down and reveal this lovely little chocolate, and then when you take that off, you've got a lovely little sentiment underneath. So there's nothing on the top to sort of say that it's for you or thank you or anything like that. It's just underneath the little treat that you find out that it's a thank you gift. So I'm going to make another one. This one I used Seaside, Summer Splash. Still can't remember the name of that one. And Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper. Sticking with Unbounded Beauty, but I'm changing this to Peach Pie. And as you can imagine, it doesn't take up an awful lot of card. So the piece for the base measures 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. Okay, and that I want to score on all four sides at 1.5 inches. Okay, so I'm just lining that up at the 1.5 inches and scoring that 1.5. And finally 1.5. Okay, that's scoring done for that. This piece for the lid measures 3 inches and 1/16. So I've taken that to 3 inches and then just one tiny little mark more on that. Okay, by exactly the same 3 and 1/16. And on this one, I want to score it at 3/4 of an inch. So I'm actually lining it up at this side. 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, and 3/4. Okay, so the reason we have that tiny little extra bit, so not just 3 inches, is so that it actually fits over the width of that piece of card and that piece of card, and in that direction, and same there. So it needs to be just that tiny little bit more so that it fits over. Okay, but doesn't fall off terribly easy. If I put it upside down, the weight of, oh, it didn't. Well done. I fully expected that to fall off. I'm sure if I tried hard enough it would. But it just, that tiny little 1/16 of an inch just makes the difference between it fitting nicely and having to squish the edges, the sides in. Which when you've got something small and pretty, you really don't want to have to do. Okay, so just scored and burnished all of those lines. Now I have a little bit of white to stamp on the inside, and I have 9 of these. So these pieces measure 1 3/8 by 1 3/8, so just slightly smaller than 1.5. Okay, so we need to discard these outside corners, so I'm just cutting up that score line there and along that one there, like that, take that out. So I need to do that on all 4 outside corners. Okay. Nope. Didn't get right into the corner there. I will this time. Yep. Okay, so that is now the shape of our base. While I got my scissors out, I'm just going to chop the lid as well. So on the outside corner there, I'm just taking a little wedge off either side. I'm going to turn that around, cut up there, little wedge off either side, turn it around, do the same again. So these make lovely little table gifts, or you know, if you've been out for a meal and you want to leave a tip in a restaurant and you want to leave something just a little bit more special as well as the actual money tip, then a little thank you like that is a cute idea. Okay, so that's our 2 pieces. I can get rid of those. Okay, and as I say, we've got 9 of those. And I also have bits for the side of the lid. They are 1 3/8 by 5/8, and there are 4 of those. That's the same size as that. Okay, so we've got all our bits ready. We just need to do a little bit of gluing. And this is the base. Okay, so if there's a pattern like this where I've got leaves going like that, I need them, no, I need them to go like that. So I need them to point the right way for my base. And if I can get my glue to play ball. Come on. It's just got a little bit of stage fright, I think. Right, so pointing up and out. If you don't have a pattern, a directional pattern on your paper, it makes life a lot easier. But this paper is so pretty. And 1 more for the outside. Okay, so that's the outside. They will all go like that. And now for the inside, I want to put them this way. And again, I'm just using 4 on these. I mean, you don't need to do this on the inside. I just think it's pretty, given that the sides fall down. I have that for a reason, to show off some more of this pretty paper. And then we need to have our sentiment piece on the middle there, and then that will be the base done. Okay, so I'll have a little break from gluing to do a little bit of stamping, and those are the bits for my lid. Just keep them over there. Right, so let me just show you this again. I actually cut that a little bit smaller. I've kept it the same size as the designer series paper on this one, but I'm going to use the same stamps, and they are all from Keeping Tabs. So I've got that tiny little thank you. I've got that heart, and I'll show you what I did with that. And then I used this piece here along the sides there. Okay, so for this one, I think I will use, what shall I use? Peach pie for sure. And then I think I might, no, I hid these from myself. I don't know why. I had to find them there, sorry. So I'm going to use the peach pie for the thank you. That is just going to go in the middle, or as near as I can. There we go. Cute, cute, cute. And then this stamp has 2 lines on there, so I don't want them. I'm covering that with some washi tape. Come in with my petunia pop. Take that washi tape off, but hold on to it, trying not to get it all over my fingers. Then stamp that at the bottom. Oh, I've got a tiny bit. Oh, it's good it didn't stamp it. Let me just clean this. There we go. Back with that washi tape. Make sure you really cover those lines, and back with the petunia pop ink. Take that off there. I've got a tiny bit there as well. Just take that off, and I'm going to put that in the bin right now before I get more petunia pop on my fingers. And then just stamp that there like that. Sweet, isn't it? And on that one I used that, but actually that bit will be fine, so we'll use that one. And I'm going to go peach pie this time. Just that extra little bit of decoration. How cute. Let me just tidy this up. And then glue that into the bottom. Okay, there we have the base fully decorated, and another chocolate to put on there. So we just need to construct the lid for this one, and again it's just more gluing of designer series paper to these panels. That's in there. And again, you want to think about direction. And my leaves are there, so I want them to be going that way. So for a little project, it does take a bit more time and effort with all of these little bits of designer series paper, but you could make it so much more quicker if you just decorate the outside. And maybe don't bother with the sentiment on the inside either. So glue on all 4 of these tabs. Just find it's easier to do them all at once, and then just fold that in, fold that around, hold it for a moment. You've got that cut line right up to the score line there for a nice join. Same there, and then it's definitely easier to put them, the last 2, in at the same time. Line one up and give it a press, and then do the last one like so. Okay, so our greeting is going that way, so I want that to sit on there. You could leave it like that, but I thought it was pretty to have a little flower on the top, so I've brought out my Petal Park Builder Punch, and it does 3 flowers and 1 leaf at a time. So I'm going to stick with Summer Splash for my 2 leaves, and remember those bits. If I use a post-it note as a little bit of a handle, then I can get my big flower done. Oh, take that bit off though. Post-it note that I left on there. Then let's just do the smaller one, smallest one. Come on. And then finally the middle one. There we have lots of little bits. 3 flowers and 2 leaves. I have my Stampin' Pierce mat, little foam mat here, and I'm just going to use my glue to give these 3 flowers a little bit of dimension that way, and then turn it over and give it a press. That's still got a bit of sticky note on the end there. There we go. Turn it over, press in the middle. Turn it over, press in the middle. That one's got a bit sticky note on it too. Doesn't now. Little spot of glue in the center. Come on. Little, and then it comes out huge. Not too bad. Pop that one in and press. And then the final one. Give 'em. Final one in the middle, like so. Again, you can use your glue to give that a good press down, bit of glue on bottom. Done with that. And then pop that in the middle there. Hold it until it decides to go off. And then for the leaves, I used my bone folder to give them a tiny little bit of a curl. Little details, but they make a bit of difference. And then spot of glue on the end. Pop them under. You can leave that over hanging if you wish. Spot of glue. And that one there like that. And then the final touch was to add a flat pearl. Right in the center, like so. And there we have it. Now have two exploding boxes with Ferrero Rocher in them. Lovely little thank you gift. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you've got time, leave me a message. I love to read them. And if you're new to my channel, please do click on the subscribe button. Click that bell and you'll get a notification the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. Bye-bye.